Good evening. The evening news. Babatunde Bolatito is my name. The federal government has identified several assets belonging to terrorists and their sponsors, but have not started seizing their assets as investigation continues, with moves to get court orders to freeze and forfeit their assets. According to the Ministry of Justice, investigations reveal that the assets of seized groups and entities, as well as other properties and companies owned by alleged sponsors of terrorists, are under watch. According to Special Assistant on Media and Public Relations to the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Dr. Gwandu Umar, they have not been able to trace the physical assets. The director disclosed that 30 convicted sponsors of Boko Haram had been added to the Nigerian sanction list, a master list of all persons and institutions blacklisted for terrorism. Dr. Umar Gwandu said that the first 6 alleged sponsors of Boko Haram and their 3 enterprises were tried and convicted in 2020 by the Abu Dhabi Federal Court of Appeal for transferring $782,000 from the United Arab Emirates to the insurgents. The British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Katronia Liang, has said the number of Nigerians applying for visas to the United Kingdom have increased in recent times. Liang made a disclosure today in Abuja saying that the UK government is mindful of the situation and was in talks with the Nigerian government to avoid causing brain drain, especially in the health sector. The High Commissioner expressed their delight that the UK had become an attractive destination for Nigerians, especially students, adding that the UK was ready to welcome talents. According to her, there are people of Nigerian origin in the UK, and people like to live where they have family or friends, and that the English language makes it easier. A week-long activities have been lined up for the inauguration and swearing in of the governor-elect, Senator Ademola Adeleke. While speaking with Osbc News, a former deputy publicity secretary of the People's Democratic Party in Nigeria, Prince Durodeyemi, has itemized activities such as interdenominational prayers, novelty march, public lecture, among others. He maintained that the transition committee has made adequate preparations to ensure the success of the events, built to climax with the swearing-in ceremony on the 27th of this month. He speaks.
With a press conference on Monday, where we intend to inform the world about the activities that will lead to the eventual swearing-in on Sunday. And after the press conference on Monday, we have interdenominational service at the party secretariat, whereby we invited both Christian, Muslims, and traditional people to come and pray, for peace and progress in Osun State. And on Wednesday, there is going to be a football match, novelty match, which is still, the planning is still ongoing. And on Thursday, there is going to be a symposium at Atlantis Hall, where Bishop Ayo Ladibolo will be giving us a lecture on light in Osun. And on Friday, there's going to be a private prayer at late Governor Adeleke's residence, the former Sheruba one, the first civilian governor of the state. There will be a private prayer, by the family. And on Saturday, we are expecting a lot of people, right from the presidential candidates, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, state governors, ambassadors, and we intend to welcome them to Osun, so that on Sunday morning, which is the D-Day, then we have the swearing in. And after that, we are going to give them lunch at the government house. And by Monday, the governor will resume in office. And we are kicking that with another prayer too.
An Islamic sheikh Kirulai Shafil has advised all parents to train their children in the way of the Almighty Allah, run away from sin and be steadfast in faith. Sheikh Diklar gave the advice at the graduation ceremony of Vausul Azim Islamiyya Arabic memorization. He beckoned on them all to desist from sin and believe in the Holy Quran. He called on the parents to support them and believe in them so as to bring out the confidence in them. Earlier in his welcome address, the proprietor of the school of doubles and the chief imam of Oladejo Memorial Central Mosque, Oshobo, Imam Abdulgani Shitu, stated the goal of the school is to bring out the ability of their students to memorize the Holy Quran in short duration possible, while ensuring the long-term retention, adding that memorization of the Holy Quran, the school provides opportunity for their students to have a background of various genres of Islamic knowledge, a balanced lifestyle, and various programs to give them unique and sound knowledge in Islamic setting. The event featured Quranic recitation and climaxed with the presentation of certificates to all graduating students. The first graduation of Vausul Azim Islamiyya had in attendance dignitaries from within and outside the state, Islamic clerics and scholars, parents as well as well-wishers. The Owauyi of Ibesile Obainok Ademola Akeyemi Oyoyo II has implored the sons and daughters of the town home and in diaspora not to relent in seeing the development of the town as a collective responsibility, since government alone cannot do it all. The monarch made this known at the 2023 Mesile Day celebration held at the Palace Square. Appreciated the people for their immense support for the throne all the time. By delivering a speech, Chairman of Mesile Day celebration, Sir Davis Fadairo, said one of the ways of achieving the dreams of Mesile is to identify the promising youth in the town and invest in them, adding that any society that neglects its youth has mortgaged its future. Also speaking, the chief guest of honor, Honorable Adewumi Adeyemi Rekandu, implored the people to maintain the peace and unity existing in the town, even as the general election is approaching, noting that no election is worth the blood of anyone. In their separate remarks, the national president of the Mesile Progressive Association, Engineer Odusheyi Adeniyi, and the chairman planning committee, Comrade Bisi Olaniyan, said the town is blessed with prominent people who have distinguished themselves in all fields of life all over the world, calling on them to come home and join the winning team by investing in Mesile for the progress of the town. The 2023 Mesile Day celebration climax with a fundraising of 100 million naira for the development of the town. On out to sports, the long wait is almost over as the 2022 World Cup in Qatar is just kicking off, with millions of fans set for the most exciting and intriguing moments of the tournament, starting with the opening ceremony at Al Bayt Stadium. Before 2022, the World Cup has never been played in winter season. The global showpiece has also never been hosted in the Middle East. Before say, when the host Qatar kicks off the competition against Qatar, it will be a ride football fan and pundits have never experienced. As the 2022 World Cup competition starts in Qatar between the host country and Ecuador today in the evening, this evening, veteran sports analyst Mr. Smollett Alamu has charged Nigerian government to be more objective in the choice of officiating umpires. According to the veteran, injustice in sporting industry is one of the reasons that led to the failure of the Super Eagles to qualify for the competition. He speaks.
You can see Nigerians being ready to be their brother's keeper here and there, discussing, drinking, making merry, and so running the economy one way or the other. But right now, it doesn't provide us anything because we couldn't qualify. And as a host nation, if you host the event, you have so much. Your development, infrastructure development is lifted up gloriously. Qatar is going to provide us 8 different stadia. If they had 4 and built another 4 to it, that's a plus.
Now to foreign stories. COP27 hosts Egypt scrambled to salvage in a climate talks with the European Union and Pakistan signaling breakthrough over contentious issue of loss and damage funding for climate vulnerable nations. Nearly 200 countries' representatives have gathered at the COP27 in Egypt for 2 weeks with the aim of driving forward action to fight climate change as the world faces a worsening onslaught of weather extremes. The report said the talks stalled over the terms under which wealthy polluters provided loss and damage funding for countries racked by climate disasters, as well as overreaching ambition in tackling global warming. And that ends the evening news on Osbc TV. It was edited by Abdul Jalil at DBC. Please join us at 7 for Deadline. Good evening.
Ìtẹ̀lẹ́mì ká lọ gbogbo ọmọ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ìpínlẹ̀ ọmọlúàbí gbogbo Nàìjíríà.